morning, 6th grade. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. Today, our content objective is to use found materials in your home to create a model of a compound. And our language objective is to label the atoms that make up the molecular compound, and our social objective is to be compassionate and reflective scientists. Go ahead, and on the next slide, you are going to see a brief description on what you need to do today. One is make sure you read through the slides and then choose a compound on slide 10 and create a model of that compound. When you are done, take a picture of your compound model and insert it into this Google form that you can click on the link here. So as a refresher, we're going to think back to the Edpuzzle video that we watched yesterday on elements and compounds and do a little refresher because it was a very challenging concepts to understand, and it's great to just spend time kind of reviewing it to help better make sense of it. So the next slide here talks about an element, and an element is a matter made up of only one type of atom. So here you can see a gold atom. There are a lot of different yellow circles, and that's representing a gold atom, and they are all the same. It is just one type. However, if you look over here to a compound, that is matter that is made up of more than one type of atom. So we see that we have the hydrogen atom and we have oxygen atom. If you look at one of these are all a bunch of different compounds, but there's two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. And that's how we get this H2O. Because H is hydrogen, the 2 represents that there are 2, and then the O is just that there's just one oxygen atom. Here is another example of an element, which is uranium, and this is a uranium atom, and there are all green circles that are representing that one type of atom, and that's what makes it an element because there's only one type of atom. Here is a compound, and you can see that this is a compound because a substance is made of more than one type of atom. And so I know that I have oxygen atoms, carbon atoms. There are 2 oxygen atoms and 1 carbon atom to make up this molecule of carbon dioxide. This is another example of a compound called methane. And here you can see that there are 4 blue circles and 1 black circle. That's what makes it a compound because they're different types of atoms, more than one. On the next slide, it'll kind of zoom in on one of those. And here, again, you can see that there are 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. That gives us the C for carbon, and then the H for hydrogen, and then the 4 is because there are 4 hydrogen atoms. There are different ways to kind of represent the different molecules. One is this molecular formula, which we've seen as that CH4. Another way you can do it is you just use the letters. So there's 1 C and then 4 H's. And then another one that we're going to look more at is called the ball and stick models, where there's this 1 carbon atom and then the 4 hydrogen atoms. And those would be represented by different colors. So thinking about that, you are going to create your own compound model. And you can choose from any of these different types of compounds: ethane, propane, glucose, caffeine, and ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. And then you are going to take a moment to look at my model example. I have represented a methane, which is CH4, and in the center you can see is the carbon atom, of which I labeled, and then around the outside are the hydrogen atoms, of which there are 4. And then I even put a definition of compound just because I wanted to make sure that I really understood what a compound is and how it's different from an element. So you should take time to choose one of these and create a model of one of them. Submit it on that Google form that is back on the first slide right here, and then submit it. If you have any questions while working on this, please feel free to contact me via Google Hangouts, and I'm more than happy to help you. Have a great day.